India's cultural beliefs are one of the oldest known to humankind. With 29 states and 7 union territories, there are endless possibilities of exploring this beautiful country. At the beginning of the 20th century, not long after the East India Company ended, a cuisine was developed called Sino-Indian cuisine, more commonly known as Indo-Chinese cuisine.
We wanted to bring something in London which was missing, a gap in the market. And this cuisine came out as the most natural choice because it was my favorite cuisine. I love eating Indo-Chinese food, and there was nowhere in London that we could find this food, and we were like, if we want it so much, I'm sure the rest of the world would like it as well.
I mean, look, this cuisine's strange, right? Because it's called Indo-Chinese, but it's not Indian and it's not Chinese. So it's a really unique mix of these two countries, and that really brings to life what these two countries have to offer in a very different way.
हेलो, मेरा नाम शेफ कमलेश है और मैं एक हेड शेफ की पोजीशन में बम्बई चाव में काम कर रहा हूँ लास्ट 5 ईयर से, पर इस इंडस्ट्री में लास्ट 20 ईयर से जॉब कर रहा हूँ.
The skill that these chefs have in order to make these dishes is something very unique.
बम्बई में आया था जब पहली बार, तो मैंने सबसे पहले मैं एक चाइनीज़ रेस्टोरेंट में खाना खाने गया किसी दोस्त के साथ में. वहाँ पे जब मैं मुंबई आया था, मैंने वहाँ पे सबसे पहले आका नूडल फ्राइड राइस खाया और उसके साथ में चिकन मंचूरियन था. मैं सोचा ये तो बहुत टेस्टी है, बहुत अच्छा लगा. तो मेरे दिमाग में तब से ये चीज़ें बैठ गई कि मैं बोला क्यों ना हम इस तरह का खाना बनाएं जो ये मैंने आज खाया.
Our philosophy has always been to do the food as authentic as possible as it's made back home in India. So that's been our greatest strength, we believe, and it's the cooking technique. It's using the best ingredients and trying to get the flavors the way they should be, being true to it, and that's what makes us, I believe, stand out.
टेक्निक तो सबसे इजीली है, वाक चलाना इजीली है सबसे, क्योंकि ट्रिक होना चाहिए वाक चलाने की. जैसे हम पैन चलाते हैं उस तरह से एक वाक चलाने का भी एक ट्रिक होना चाहिए, किस तरह से वाक चलता है.
The most simplest Chinese cooking technique is they tend to cook the food on a very high flame really quickly. So whether they're frying something, it's really on a very high flame, or if they are tossing any meat or vegetables, it's cooked on a very high flame, imparting a lot of smoke. So they use these Chinese jet cookers, which give the food that flavor. Hence, you can't replicate this food when you try to cook anything Chinese at home. You never get the same taste. So I feel that cooking technique is very unique to Chinese food. All the dishes that we serve are very authentic. Our chefs have been trained collectively for over 20-25 years. They've been working on this cuisine and with different chefs in India, doing a formal training, cooking this food the way it should be cooked. You have the classics like the chili chicken, the Manchurian, the chicken lollipop, pepper chili paneer. These are all Indo-Chinese classics is what we serve over here.
First time I had this Indo-Chinese food, I was just delighted, truly delighted, because I never get to taste something like that before, and I've just loved it.
The first is wow. The first reaction is wow.
Whenever they eat this food, they go crazy. They really love it.
Well, there's nothing that I remember since my last 4 months that any guest told me any negative things about the food.
They come and experience it and they're completely blown away by how good, how different and how flavorful the thing is.
Sometimes when your plate is empty, you almost feel sad when the waiter come and take your plate away, because the taste is just something else. The crackling spinach.
Bombay chili prawns.
Manchurian with veg noodles.
My God, just anything on the menu. I can literally just put my finger anywhere and go, that's great.
Along the India-China border, there's a city called Calcutta, and so in the early 1900s, a lot of Chinese immigrants, they crossed border and they came and settled in this city, and they were mostly working in the leather business, and they were leather merchants, and they really flourished, and they started cooking their food, and it wasn't well received by the Indian palate straight away, because we love our spices. And so what they started using was with their cooking techniques, and this burst of flavors came up, and it was something that everyone enjoyed, the Chinese and the Indians. And it didn't take much time. I think so over a couple of decades, the food just reached on every nook and corner of the nation.
So I've stayed in Calcutta city for many years, and I've been to the place Tangra, where all the Indo-Chinese have originated. I've tried all the food over there, the flavors, the authentic flavors, and that was good many years back. And I think we are very proud to bring those exact flavors over here in Fat Pandit, and that's why people are loving these flavors.
So there's chicken lollipop, there's black bean chicken, there's beef chili, and all those things, while they're great to eat, it's also very nostalgic for someone who's lived through this all his life.
Manchurian is not any dish that has got anything to do with Chinese food. It was a very famous chef called Nelson Wong. He was born in Calcutta. He's from the Indo-Chinese origin. His parents were Chinese, but he was born in India in Calcutta, and he moved to Mumbai. And one day, a very prominent person, a very important VIP, as they say, came to his restaurant and said, "Nelson, make me something different." And then instead of putting any of the Indian sauces, he just put some soya sauce which was available. He just tossed it in a wok and served it to him. And this personality who had come, he just loved it. And from there the word spread, and everybody started coming to Nelson's restaurant. For some reason he named it Manchurian, no one knows why, and rest is history. Now you can go to any restaurant in India, a Manchurian dish has to be present on the menu, irrespective of the cuisine. They will be serving a Manchurian dish. In terms of us, the vision was always to start this cuisine in London, but also go global with it. And what better city than London, because it's like a global hub and the entire world comes here. So it's got a huge potential, I'd say, because the flavors are just absolutely phenomenal, and we felt like good food is liked by everyone all over.